I'm just looking for here. It looks like it's page 133. Is this what you're singing? Alrighty. Starting soon. Yeah, I think so.
I would just like unbutton that second button. I think that'll get rid of your problem. Yeah, it'll flatten it out. Yeah. It's also the first night of Sukkot. People might be like, yeah, it's more. Yeah.
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Can I say Shabbat Shalom?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ya-da-da. Check, check, check. The words are easy. Let's hear it. La 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Kol Tikva, and Chag Sameach. And, is there another and? And whatever else we're celebrating. All of the many celebrations tonight. It's great to have Shabbat and Chag at the same time. I'm Rabbi Deborah Scholden-Frey. I'm the interim senior rabbi here at Kol Tikva. With me on the bima, or was on the bima, Dr. Joel Stein, cantorial soloist. And right here accompanying us is the amazing Livia, helping us to keep the beat. That's right. So we're going to welcome Shabbat. We're going to welcome the joyous holiday of Sukkot. And I know we have our sukkah prepared and a lovely dinner. And we're looking forward to offering all of those blessings. And so I want you to turn to someone you might not recognize. And we're a friendly crew. So just say hello to somebody new. Show them your name tag. Tell them your name. Get to know each other. Yeah, that's the sound of the holiday, is new friends being formed, new friends being made. If you want to sing with us, we're going to welcome Shabbat and welcome new friends on page 142 in the Blue Books, page 142, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barechuni leShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon.
Third verse.
Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leShalom, Tzedchem leShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We welcome Shabbat, we welcome the holiday, and we welcome the Sabbath angels. And now we imagine God as our partner and the Sabbath as the bride. And so now we welcome the bride. And at a certain point in the song, we're going to turn towards the door and we're going to imagine what that bridal dress looks like, the most beautiful dress in the world. And I'm going to start imagining what it looks like because I'm going to ask you what you see. And then we'll continue with the song. Page 138, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi li krakala, b'nei Shabbat lekabela. Lecha Dodi li krakala, b'nei Shabbat מקבלה, שמור וזכור, בדיבור אחד השמיענו, אל המאוחד אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לי קרקלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
We're going to be on verse 2, page 138.
בני שבת נקבלה, לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לי קרקלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לי קרקלה, בני שבת
Page 139, verse 5. Verse 5.
התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורך Adonai, עלייך נקרא לחדותי, נקרא קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה לחדותי, נקרא קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה, יאי ראי 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 Lai rai 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 ya rai 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 le chatoti li rakala pene shabbat nekabela le chatoti li rakala pene shabbat Nekabela, rai 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 rai, rai 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 rai, rai 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 rai, la 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 rai 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 rai, rai 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 le chadoti li rakala pene Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likra kahala pene Shabbat nekabela.
Now, before we rise to welcome her, I want to hear what you saw. What does this bridal dress looks like? Who can tell me what they see? What does the dress look like? What color is it? What color is it?
Pink.
Pink dress. What is on this pink bridal, beautiful, godly dress? Who can tell me? I know you have things you want to say. All the adults are thinking it. The kids are the only ones brave enough to say it. What does the dress look like?
Long.
It's long. Okay, that's good. For a man, I'll give it. It's pretty good. What does the dress look like? What does the dress look like?
Embroidered white flowers.
Oh, wow. Embroidered white flowers, white on pink. Anybody else?
Lots of lace.
Lots of lace.
Sequins.
Sequins. Anybody else? Yes. What's on the dress?
Decorated like a sukkah.
It's decorated like a sukkah. Ding, 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 ding. That's the winning comment. Oh, one more. Give it to me, Avi. Purple stripes. Of course. Of course there's purple stripes. All right, let's welcome this white on pink embroidered lace sequin purple stripes long dress. Everybody rise and welcome the bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha ובצוהלה תוך אמונה עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לחדותי לקרא קהלה פני שבת נקבלה
Hadodi li prakala pene Shabbat nekabela rai 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 le chadoti li rakala pene Shabbat nekabela.
You may be seated. I want to invite forward for the candle lighting the Rosen, Mayerson, Shinlin. Did I skip anyone, family? To light the candles for us tonight. As they welcome Shabbat, we welcome them.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav וציוונו להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת ויום טוב.
We continue our service with the Baruch Hu on page 146. If you are able, please rise. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד ועד. המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד. You may be seated. As the sun sets and both holidays begin, we notice all around us that the season is changing, just like right on time in Los Angeles. The weather changes, the sun shifts, it's getting darker a little earlier. It reminds us, as we read in the Bible, that for everything there is a season, and even us transplants to Los Angeles after a certain point realize that there are seasons in Los Angeles as well. I want to pull into another metaphor that we use often in Judaism about the Sukkah and about Shalom. That we talk about peace or Shalom as a Sukkah, a sheltering presence. But let's talk for a moment about some of the attributes of the Sukkah. So I'm going to invite audience participation, and I'll repeat into the microphone for the people out in live stream land. So tell me an adjective for the Sukkah. How would you describe the Sukkah? Silence. Okay, yes, Joe. Say it again. Welcoming, that the presence in the Sukkah is welcoming. Warm, beautiful. Say it again. Airy, say more. How is the Sukkah airy? It's open, right? It doesn't have necessarily 4 complete walls. That's not a requirement for the Sukkah. Okay, interesting. Where else can we go with that? Yes, Mark. Inviting. You all have such nice Sukkot. They're very full of people and kind people. Yes, in the front row. Cozy. That's a good word. How else would we describe it? Yes. Peaceful. Amazing. Yes, Amy. Open to the stars. Anything else? Impermanence. Impermanent, right? As Ecclesiastes says, there's a time for every season, but these seasons end and change. They are not forever. Yes. Leafy. I see a hand. Peaceful, beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna hone in on the construction side. Now we're gonna describe the sukkah as the general contractor would who just completed it. Yes, Jonah. Not very strong. So maybe the general contractor would be like, not sure this was my best work, but it certainly met the strange specifications that you asked for. Okay, how else would we describe it? Not very strong. Temporary. What else? Yes. Lots of angles, lots of acute angles. Wonderful. Anything else? So we have this temporary, unstable, yet welcoming, natureful, we said leafy, we could see the stars, very much part of our environment, even though we have built it up. But just as easy as we built it up, as in the story of the 3 little pigs, it's sure not going to take a lot to knock that thing down. And I think that that is why we use this metaphor, the Sukkot Shalom, the Sukkah of peace, because we want it to be welcoming. And I know you've all brought your pictures of your family tonight. That's that Ashkenazi custom of the Ush Pizin, that we welcome in the families to be there with us, even if they're not here with us physically in person. It's welcoming, it's warm, it's cozy, it's peaceful, but it remains impermanent and unstable. And that is what shalom is. Shalom is something we need to work at each and every day. Peace only happens not because of a letting go, but because of a holding on, because of a caring about, because of an investment, because of time of diplomats and political leaders, social justice change makers, and just people. That is what it takes to hold together the Sukkah of peace. Peace is not an inactive word. It is fully active and engaging. And so every time we utter the word shalom tonight, I want us to consider that that shalom is not just shalom, but it is the sukkah of shalom. And I want us to consider our own role and place in it to maintain it. The way for just 8 days or 7 days, we're gonna maintain this sukkah. That is our task all year round with shalom. So Shabbat Shalom, with those words on our mind, we're going to continue with the Shema, the credo of our faith, on page 152. Please rise if you are able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto leolam vaed.
You may be seated. The Ve'ahavta is found on page 154, and just as we pray for peace, it takes a lot of love to bring that peace about. It takes a lot of love to build that sukkah, I know, because I left it as a task for my husband to complete with love entirely by himself, and it takes a lot of love for us to be here in community. Ve'ahavta, page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם
On page 158, we find the exclamation, the song of the sea, the declaration of God's oneness and the gratitude towards God. Let's read responsively on page 158. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Join with me in the Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
מלכותך ובניך בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים זה עליינו ואמרו זה עליינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילו אוסף אלה נורא תהילו אוסף אלה לי 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 la 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 rai 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 ya ra 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 rai ya lai la lai lai rai 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 ra rai rai ya rai 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 rai.
On page 160, we find this exact image, Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, for God to spread over us this sheltering sukkah of peace. And that is found on the third line of the prayer poem. And I think we can only imagine at the time that these prayers were written and conceived that there were no light switches, there were no LEDs. When darkness came, it was a little bit scary. And people believed that when we slept, the soul left the body only to return the next morning. And I think that these words of comfort about being part of God and being returned into this sukkah of shalom should offer us a lot of comfort for the dark times we encounter, even when we have light switches, even when we have the clapper, even when we have LED lights. We all experience times of darkness, even when we have access to flashlights on our phone. So wishing everyone peace and comfort through those dark moments. Hashkivenu, page 160.
It's the third line of Hashkivenu. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shelomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shelomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shelomecha.
Enveloping our community in love, we're going to sing together the song of healing, Misha Berach. And I have names here from our community that I'm going to recite in the middle of the prayer. So we're going to sing some verses. We're going to say some names when my hands meet your eyes. You can share the names of those in need of healing. You can share the names of the care providers, the nurses, the doctors, the psychiatrists, the psychologists, all of the teams of people that help us heal, and then we'll sing the final verses of the song. Misha Berach, if you'd like to sing along, you can find it on page 371 in the middle of the page.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Rabbi John Hanisch, Janet Blake, Pam Branner, Sharon Friedman, Diana Carew, Jeff Borowitz, Erwin Ames, Jeffrey Albaum, Baylor Robinson, Ed Edelson, Mark Jeff Stickler, Leanne Rosenberg, Trish Santana, Glenn Martin, Paul Hiddleman, Victor Sidlow, Mike Bergman, Michael Burton, Andrea Schlossberg, Ryan Spears, the Nolan family, Michelle Furman, Ronnie Horowitz, Sydney Herstein, Ruth Nevins, the Ray family, Lori Laxer, Eileen Landis, Chaim Deckel, Joseph Rubin, Curtis Clark, Lisa Sage, Harvey Fishman, Jerry Lauderstein, Joan and David Weitzner, along with the names that are either on your heart and you can say quietly or out loud.
Sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah Shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal Spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We're wishing everyone well. I want to describe the convergence of two crises that we face that come together at the beginning of this Amidah prayer as it happens to change with the season this very week. So, as you know, by Sunday, we are challenged to collect over 1,500 pounds of food for the West Valley Food Bank, and I am confident we're going to get there. But we are in a crisis of food instability, that there are many people who are working very hard, and they still can't afford to put food on their table. They can't provide 3 meals, sometimes even 1 meal a day. And the reason why I mention this is that at this moment in the Amidah, in this season, we shift for praying for the tal, or the dew of the summer, to the rain, morid hagashem, that the geshem should fall. And I think we're going to get a little geshem tomorrow night, actually. And this was so essential in ancient times for the food to grow. In order for there to be food that was at the market, the shuk, there had to be a proper rainfall. There couldn't be a drought, and there couldn't be too much water either. There had to be just the right amount. So the prayer shifts seasonally, reminding us that at its core, in our roots, our very lovely tradition is so rooted in a practical understanding of the agricultural seasons of our world and our geography. And of course, it then points us to another crisis. And I don't need to tell you, ripped from the headlines today, about what it means when we get too much of a good thing, when we get too much rain. So I feel like there is this epitome of crisis that's shouting out to us in the Amidah about what are we going to do to be God's partners in the continuing creation of the world. When we are getting too much rain, it is an indication to us that we must do something. We are compelled to take action so that we can stop this climate from going through its crisis. So as we make the shift from the dew to the rain, I invite you to consider the role that we all play in keeping our earth safe, in keeping our food secure, and making sure that we're part of both of those solutions. The Amidah is on page 468. Please rise if you are able. We'll begin the Mashiv HaRuach Umorid Hagashem with Simchat Torah will be the official shift. I was just preparing you for that. That change next week.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid teilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Konei HaKol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מכלכל הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני לחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We use these next moments for our own silent meditation, or you can continue flipping through the sections of the Amidah until page 492. And when you have completed your benedictions, you can let us know by finding your seat.
The words to Yehiyu Leratzon can be found on page 664. Yehiyu Leratzon im refi vehegyon libi לפניך, יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי והגוי
492. 492. Yehiyu l'ratzon in the middle of the page.
לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי והגואלי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי אדוני צורי והגואלי יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך.
Being still a little tired from Yom Kippur and the other celebrations and commemorations this week, instead of preparing to talk about Sukkot, I think I'm going to talk about the holiday of Hanukkah. But I actually am going to talk about the holiday of Hanukkah, and I want to tell you about the connection between the holiday of Hanukkah and the holiday of Sukkot. So if we compare the two next to each other, what's the first thing that we notice? The festival of Hanukkah and the festival of Sukkot. What's the first thing you notice? They're both festivals and they're both 8 days. That's interesting. Okay. What else might we notice are the same or different? We eat. That's always a good thing. And always, except for Yom Kippur, part of a Jewish festival. Anything else that might be the same? Yes. Aha, brilliant. One is near the fall solstice and one is near the winter solstice. And so I feel like maybe you were listening to me speak earlier when I was talking about the connection between the agricultural roots and the lunar calendar and the Jewish ancient biblical practice. Anything else that's the same? Anything else that's different? Tell me where these two holidays come from. Where do we first learn about Sukkot? Who knows? What is the source for it? I'll make it multiple choice. Is it biblical or rabbinic? You got it. All right. Now, Hanukkah, is it biblical or rabbinic? You got it. Yes. 2 for 2 so far. Very good. So we have these two different holidays with mostly differences, but some similarities. And there are many, many books that make up the Jewish Bible, which is called the Tanakh, right? It has 3 parts: the Torah, ta-da, the 5 books of Moses and this scroll. The Nevi'im, the prophets, that's the N part of the Tanakh, which are, I call them all of the ayahs: Obadiah, Jebediah, Isaiah, Hezekiah, Jeremiah. I'm skipping them. And those are the prophets, the people that stirred us to action. And the third part are the Ketuvim, the writings. So Ruth and Esther. And that's what's known as the Jewish Bible. And there are other Bibles as well. And there are other writings that are a part of other Bibles that didn't become part of the Jewish Bible, which for some reason is called a canon. And I'm sure someone can tell me later why that is the word, but let's save that for another time. So the Jewish canon is those 3 parts. And one of the books that is not part of the Jewish Bible is actually called the Book of the Maccabees. So that's really interesting, right? Because the Maccabees are very much a part of the rabbinic holiday of Hanukkah. And so what we believe was happening in the time of the Maccabees was that the Israelite and Jewish people were really trying to celebrate the holiday of Sukkot. But it got delayed. it got delayed so far from the fall solstice that it ended up getting celebrated in the winter solstice. So if you're interested in learning and reading more, I want to invite you to use Rabbi Google to teach you a little more, because sometimes there's always a little more meaning, a little more to understand, a little more relationalism between what we understand as always having been part of our tradition and what's actually a little newer. And newer in Judaism is pretty relative, which is that Hanukkah is considered a new holiday. The newest holidays, of course, being those that commemorate the 75 years of Israel, the Yom HaAtzmaut, and the memory of Holocaust martyrs, heroes, and those that we remember, Yom HaZikaron. And I just want to tell you one more story that connects with Israel, which is that I had the incredible privilege when I lived in Israel of working with families from Ethiopia who were Jewish, who now lived in Israel. And they are considered to be part of the Beta Israel, or one of the tribes that got separated from the rest. And so their Judaism was only biblical. They didn't have Purim, and they didn't have Hanukkah. So don't tell that to American kids, because you just took out the two most fun holidays ever. But it was so incredible in Jerusalem to introduce Jewish people to the holidays of Purim and Hanukkah that they had never, ever celebrated before. It was like my Marty McFly Back to the Future moment. It was so extraordinary. So as we mingle on what is modern and what is ancient and what is agricultural and what is, all of the conveniences and experiences that we get to have today as American Jews, I can't wait to celebrate what is also a holiday of abundance, the holiday of Sukkot, that we recognize our cornucopia. We could also have done a comparison between Thanksgiving and Sukkot, right? That our founding fathers had a great sense of that which was part of the Bible, and they wanted to offer these hodaot, or these thanksgivings, in this national fashion. So I look forward to continuing to learn with you this entire year. But now it is time to celebrate Sukkot by shaking the lulav and singing the lulav songs,
I think
or
we need
whatever.
to take out our imaginary
Yes,
lulavs.
we do. Unless we can get a real live lulav in Etrog, which we will in a moment.
But we want to invite children, parents to come up to this area in the front and please dance, or anyone who wants to. There's plenty of space up here, so please come up and shake your imaginary lulav and dance.
I'll give you one more little hint about this connection between Hanukkah and Sukkot, which is, look at your lulav, which has so many incredible rabbinic meanings that we can talk about endlessly. And I want you to think about that as the sword bringing us to war. That is that Maccabee's sword that carries us through.
Sukkot is a harvest holiday. The celebration lasts for 7 days. We build our sukkah, then we decorate a special booth in which we congregate. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake. The symbols of Sukkot are quite unique. They show God's presence the entire week. The etrog smell that gets into the air. We wave the lulav everywhere. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake. Hadassah and Arava on either side surround the lulav that we shake with pride. To north, the south, the west, and to the east, we celebrate and then we feast. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake. I can't hear you guys. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake. One more time. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake, 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 shake. You do the lulav shake. Good shaking, everybody.
Got 4 different varieties here. Okay. Should we do the blessing? We'll do the blessings in the, we'll do the blessings in the sukkah. We'll offer blessings over the lulav and etrog in the sukkah. So we'll look forward to called laning lulav and etrog in the sukkah. And now I want to invite forward our board host for tonight, Mark Vidal, who made this night possible with all of the festivities through his hard work.
Thank you, Rabbi. I had very little to do with tonight. I think it was everybody else in the staff, but I get to announce it. Thank you, Rabbi Schuldenfrei and Dr. Stein. And I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Livia.
Livia, and of course, Livia, to keep us in tune, leading us throughout the service. Thank you to our Sukkot Community Celebration sponsors, Maxine and Peter Strauss. We also thank our supporters Saray Schenken, Herb Zweig, and Susanna Zeidel. We have a lot going on in the next few weeks, so be sure to visit our websites for details. And just for a few highlights, I know I'm the only thing between you and our food, but bear with me if you will. There will be a Sukkot Yizkor service tomorrow morning at 11:30, followed by a light lunch. Please join us if you can. Sunday, religious school resumes 9 a.m. Hopefully you've signed up your kids or your grandkids. But if not, please just show up. Staff will be on hand to get them registered. If you are a Tuesday family, same rules apply. Following religious school on Sunday, we have our WVFP, West Valley Food Pantry sort for all the religious families. So basically all of the food that everybody's donated in the back there, we have to sort into different piles, as it were. But they, what was it? Categories, thank you, categories. Torah study resumes on Monday, October 2nd at 11:30 on Zoom. Tina DeGan will be leading this in this discussion. Next Friday, we have an all-school family Shabbat dinner prior to our Simchat Torah Shabbat with consecration for our new religious school kids. Afterwards, stay and dance with the Torah. After next Sunday, during religious school, we will host the Ben Gown Puppet Masters for a showing of The Girl and the Water Carrier. It sounds very interesting. It'll be at 10:30. All congregants are welcome. Be sure to bring your kids and grandkids if you need them for cover in case you want to go. Sunday, October 8th, we also have Stephanie leading us in a discussion, Caring for Our Parents, and our second generation Holocaust survivor group. Stephanie does some great things in our community here. Book club on the 11th. You still have time to start reading Shonda. All right, I didn't write this, because it would be a Shonda if you didn't join us. Again, please check our website for all the details and better jokes. It's not too late to make your High Holy Day pledge to help in our appeal. Help us reach our goal of $100,000. Please go to our website or call the office to make your pledge. We remain Kol Tikva strong when we're supported by our community. Every little bit will help. Thank you in advance. Our tzedakah this evening is going to the West Valley Food Pantry, and you can still bring your shelf-stable food donations on Sunday morning. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you're new to Kol Tikva this evening, I look forward to visiting with you at the Oneg Shabbat immediately following our service. Shabbat Shalom, and Chag Sameach. Have a nice evening.
Thank you, Mark. Did you have something, Amy? Did you have something? What's he saying? I don't know what that means.
It means
You may also make donations to the food pantry if you don't have time to go shopping for the non-perishable, shelf-stable foods. Thank you, Amy, for reminding us of that important matter. We continue with the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. We are thinking of Martin Finling, who is remembered by the Finling family, who we lost this past 30 days. And we're holding in our prayers those taken by gun violence, those who have passed due to floods, fires, and natural and unnatural disasters, as well as those in the LGBTQ community that have no one but us to say Kaddish for them. We're thinking of those killed in regional conflicts, along with any names if you are in the Shiva period of 7 days, the Shloshim period of 30 days, or it is the anniversary of a death, the Shloshim. Here are our community yard sites. Dr. Marvin Edelberg, Maurice Bloom, Yevgeny Bonver, Alfred Billy Cole, Harriet Coleman, Virginia Cook, Daniel Dunner, Marissa Dupuy, Gail Eisman, Darren Frank, Ed Getz, Herbert Halpert, Dwayne Irwin, Bernard Jaffe, Ralph Cower, Walter L. Klein, Mildred Pierce, Norma Rosenkrantz, Harold Rosenkrantz, Earl Sheffer, Paul Henry Singer, as well as any names you wish to share right now. Thank you for reminding us. Yes, Diane Feinstein. Thank you. Let's rise in solidarity with all of those, mingling our great joy of Sukkot with our grief. Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Yitz gadal v'yitz kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dachol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ula'almei almaya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'tadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. May God, who makes peace up above, bring peace down to us, to all of Israel and to all of the world. And to that, let us all say a big, big, big amen.
You can put your books down. You can put your arms around each other. Please join us in singing Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom bimroma, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimroma, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom bimroma, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu. שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
I'd like to invite forward our sponsors and supporters who are here tonight. If you sponsored or supported tonight, Maxine and Peter and family, Jeff, Saray, Herb, and Susanna. If you're here, please join us on the bima for Motzi. Okay. Yes, that's a good idea.
You can all raise your imaginary cups for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. And we all point to the challah and say, yummy, yum, yum. You want to lead us, Maxine? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, and thank you so much to our supporters and sponsors.
Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.